Hey, today we're going to talk about the old Jim Beaver Villines homestead. This is my wife's great-great-grandfather. We'll talk about what is it?
I have no idea.
We're going to talk about the road getting to the trailhead. We'll talk about the parking at the trailhead. We'll talk about the trail itself, and then we'll talk about the cabins and the structures or the features of this trail.
Thanks for joining us with Ozark Experience. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Fred. And thanks for joining us, and we're going to take you on an amazing adventure.
Yes, we are. The Jim Beaver Villines homestead is located in Ponca. So the road from Jasper, you take Highway 74 from Jasper, and then you turn on Highway 43. It is at what is called the Ponca put-in for the Buffalo National River.
All the roads going into the trailhead are paved. The parking lot is gravel, but you can get there with any two-wheel drive vehicle. It's nice, easy access.
It's a large parking area.
A very large parking area. And I think there's a vault toilet. There's some kind of toilet there too if you gotta go to the restroom.
Mm-hmm. So you actually park before the river, and then you can cross over the river on the bridge.
There's a low water bridge, so you should stay dry unless it's flood stage. You have to walk across the low water bridge. There looks like there's parking on the other side of the low water bridge, but don't use that. That's where the concessionaires, they'll pull in and they'll unload their boats and stuff there. So you'll get towed if you park over there, so don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Once you cross the low water bridge, you're going kind of up a hill on what looks like an old road, and you cross over the BRT right there. But you just keep going up the hill and you'll start seeing the different buildings for the homestead. The first one you come to is, if you go all the way up the hill, is actually the house.
When you go up the path, you'll notice there's a T right when you get up there. You go to the right or the left. It shows it as a loop. Last time we were there, the connecting path on the top from the kind of the homestead to the barn was overgrown, and we didn't want to get ticks and poison ivy or anything. I didn't see any poison ivy there.
I didn't see poison ivy, but there was probably ticks and chiggers, and we didn't want to do that. It was pretty mowed. I mean, it had grown a little, but you could still walk around and not really worry about getting in bugs, and you could see your feet, so you didn't have to worry about maybe stepping on snakes or anything. You can walk around to the different buildings up there. There's the main house, and there's the outhouse, and then there is like a smokehouse and a cellar, and then
they've got little plaques on it kind of describing a little bit, so it's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. You used to be able to go in there, but you can no longer go in the cabin. They've asked you not to do that. It's old, so
it looks like it might be dangerous. A little dangerous, yeah.
From the top, even if the bottom loop is overgrown, you can go from the mowed part down and check out the barn stuff. You'll just have to go back up if you don't want to walk through. And I think probably we went midsummer and it looked like it had been mowed early in the summer. So if you really wanted to explore it, right at the beginning of summer, they probably mow pretty good. So the trail wouldn't be overgrown. And it was just all rain and sunshine this summer though. So it grew, grass was growing.
There's quite a few structures there. So it's pretty cool if you want to check out a lot of structures. Unfortunately, you can't go inside them. If you wanted to go inside some of these old homesteads, I think Parker Hickman, you can go inside of, and the Shattuck and Granny's. You can all go inside all those. I'd say out of all of those, the Parker Hickman has the most structures. It's the easiest hike to get to.
Yes.
It's probably the furthest down a dirt road. If you run into Jasper, grab one of these Ozark Experience maps, and it'll show you where the other homesteads are, and you'll see kind of one near Ponca. There's one on the hike, the Goat Trail hike. If you, instead of going down Goat Trail to Big Bluff, if you stayed on the trail to the left, you would hit Granny Smith's cabin. You would hit Granny's cabin. I don't think it's got a Granny Smith. I think that's an apple. So maybe you would go to Granny's cabin. She might have apples if she was there still.
There was one at the Ponca put-in that you can hog to by Mill Creek.
Yep.
And then there's one on Irby Road.
All the way down Irby Road. It's a long dirt road.
Just past the Irby campground.
But that one's probably It's probably the coolest. So if you
Pretty neat.
Yeah, check that one out.
So the other things to do if you're in Ponca already, like one of our favorite hikes is actually Lost Valley. So if you do pick up a map and you're already down there checking out the Jim Beaver Villines Homestead, you can add the Lost Valley hike, which is a beautiful hike.
And all these maps, they have QR codes. So just if you scan the QR code, it links to the website with the directions, and just click.
Head southeast toward East 15th Street, then turn right onto East 15th Street.
Click start. It'll take you right there. Now remember, you need internet service, so do that before you leave Jasper. Not when you're on the hike. It won't help you out.
Yeah, we like to just pick out our feature that we're gonna hike that day, pick what's close to it, scan the QR code, and then we like to add waypoints for the other things we're gonna do while we're still in Jasper. So it'll all be on a map. So even if we lose service, which you will when you drop into Ponca, you'll still be able to see your map, so you won't get lost.
We've got a walkthrough that we've gone and checked out the Villines Homestead that we'll have a link to in the description as well. We'll have links to the itinerary. Always leave an itinerary in your car. We'll have a checklist for the gear needed.
There's quite a few photos and video there.
If you're curious what the trail looks like, or if you think you'll be able to traverse it, check out that video. And the gear you're going to need on this hike is probably pretty minimal. I mean, the hike is really short. Maybe take some water.
I mean, I would probably spray myself with some bug spray before I got out in there. I just don't want ticks or chiggers on me. And then I would bring a water bottle with me just so, if you wanted. It's very short. You could just leave it in your car if you wanted as well.
Yeah, most items you'd probably be able to leave in your car. I think you could do this without too much. Probably do it in your Chacos, in your Birkenstocks or whatever.
Really all the Homestead ones, with the exception of the granny one, because that is the hike.
Yeah. Don't do grannies.
Without some gear.
A granny
and
might,
some water.
it might be a B on our checklist there. You might want to bring a whole lot of gear. It's a heck of a hike, and while you're there, you might as well go down to Big Bluff, because you're already halfway, or more than halfway. I think it was 2.7 miles to the turnoff, if I remember correctly. So you're more than halfway to Big Bluff. You might as well go check out Big Bluff and then check out the cabins.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our video today. If it helped you, please press subscribe, like, hit the alert button, share it with your buddies. Helps other people find the video. So go ahead and press that for us, and I hope you have a good day.